Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Zymas, and I'm your chief show attendant. On behalf of the two hosts and the rest of the crew, welcome aboard Weird Wednesday Flight number 13, non-stop, from your current location to parts unknown. Our flight will be at about 2 hours, and we'll be flying at the speed of sound. At this time, make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position, and that your seatbelt is currently fastened. Enjoy the ride.
What's up, weirdos? How's it going? What's up, Jamie?
Hey.
Did you hear audio during all that?
I did hear audio.
All right, it's working.
It's
always,
working very well.
It's always a good thing when things work like they're supposed to.
Yeah.
What's up? How's it going, Heather? I'm hoping the links went out right when I shared them.
I think mine I think went out right. Why wouldn't they have?
I don't know. Just wondering. Just got off work. Just got paid today.
It's Friday. No, it's Wednesday. A very weird Wednesday.
Very weird.
Very, very weird.
Very, very weird.
We used to have a song we'd sing at a mortgage company. It's Friday, just got paid. Can't say the rest.
Oh man. Yeah, I was looking at articles earlier and one of them popped up on my computer. Yeah. I was trying to figure out where it was. Do you hear it? It's out there somewhere in California. The guy that was in prison that had a conjugal visit with his wife and then killed
strangled her.
Yeah. I mean,
that was LA County.
LA County. Yeah, he was in he had 4 consecutive life sentences. I mean, what's he got to lose? He's going to kill somebody. What are they going to do? Give him another life sentence?
Oh my God.
He could pretty much do anything he wants. I mean, what are they going to do? What are they going to
That's terrifying, man. And you mean they didn't have cops don't really I didn't read it, but you'd think there'd be some sort of like surveillance still, even though they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
Do they think they're just doing something I mean, come on, like how'd you not know dude was choking her out?
Yeah. They're known as family visits.
Mm-hmm.
Bangalang visit. They're held in an apartment-like facility on prison grounds and can last 30 to 40 hours. The visits are restricted to immediate family members only. Yeah.
30 to 40 hours?
Yeah. So that's like a weekend.
I thought a conjugal visit was they got like some back room and a cot.
Yeah. In like an hour.
If that, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they have family day, where they go out there and they sit outside and eat and do all that. Really? So they're going to let a 4-time murderer or life sentence murderer like spend a weekend with like a person in a
Basically a hotel room, apartment. Yeah.
and it's not being monitored?
Guess not. Or if it is, not very good.
Wow. And he was scary looking, man.
Yep. Weird.
Just all in the eyes.
Yep.
I have my little buddy here. I don't think you can see him, but look, today he's sitting next to me. Look how good he looks.
Oh, yeah.
It's the first time that he's like actually up and sitting. I mean, he's been up and sitting and doing stuff, but like to where he's like bugging me again. My strong little boy.
That's cool.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, I had to run to the store today, and I didn't take my dog with me because I had to run in Home Depot and in the grocery store. And it's funny, there was an older guy in Home Depot, and he had a little dog with him. And he was like, I don't know if they got treats, buddy. And his dog was all like right on the edge of the cart, like looking at the cashier, and cashier was like, sorry, I don't have any treats. And I'm like, hey, there's a whole box of Slim Jims right there. So the guy ended up having to buy one for his dog. I'm like, yeah, my dog's the same way. I take Darcy to work, and she's trained now. She gets a treat every day from the gate guards.
Oh. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, what you rented lips? What's going on with the chat, Craig? There's no live chat on the browser? I was wondering because people usually come in like before the show starts, and it's been like a slow load today. I was wondering.
But their chat. I'm on YouTube on my phone.
You got chat?
I see. I got chat. Someone says, it's YouTube. Hey, Linda.
You of the tube. What's up, weird family?
We're trying to figure out. You're seeing chat okay, huh?
Well, and here I am. I'm not looking at Facebook or YouTube, but I get them both in here.
Oh, wait, he says there's a live chat now, but not the browser. Do you hear love? That's love grunting because he has. Oh, no notification.
Huh.
So
why. It's like when I set this up, geez, I can't talk. It starts an event page, whereas the other one didn't do that. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Still trying to figure it out, obviously. Your old computer broke down. Got a brand new one. Cool. What'd you get? Windows or Mac? I used to be a Windows. I used to have a computer business where I would build and sell computers
That doesn't
and
surprise me.
repair them and all that. And I'm so out of touch with the Windows machine now. I got a laptop here that I bought specifically just to run Anthony's apps on. It's the only reason I have it. And every time I get on it, I'm like, oh shit, how do I work this again? And I used to build them and sell them and everything.
This is the first time I'm hearing
Really?
that, and it does not surprise me. Of course you did.
Yeah, the repairs, man. I used to do service calls and all that, and it just got crazy, got out of hand. Like, I was either needed to hire somebody to help me or limit what I was doing. And a lot of them, man, were like, get a service call and you get there, computer's not working. And it's like, found a problem. What was it? The plug came out of the wall.
Oh no.
Yeah. And then, of course, a lot of them were like total Windows nightmares too. But yeah.
Oh, so you mean like on the computer browser, chat's not coming up on YouTube, but it is on the phone? So when you brought up the thing about the UPC code or QPC code, whatever, I did a quick look, to see. First, I looked like who created it, and Alexander Kudra and Andrew Zerhinsky or something like. I'm like, almost sounds Ukrainian, right? So I thought, what country did Restream come from? Restream, a multi-live streaming technology platform, was founded in Vinnytsia, Ukraine in 2015 by those same two people. People are like, is it safe to use Restream? I guess because of the link or something like that. But anyway, yeah. So that's probably the affiliation with the.
Yeah, I had a little Q code that was up there in the corner, and it was supposed to be, to like donate to the show and stuff. And I just went to click it tonight, and it was like, donate to the Ukraine. I'm like, what the fuck? Somehow it got hijacked. Can't trust nothing these days. Yeah, seriously, Craig. That was a lot of my service calls used to be that. Like,
operator error.
Yeah, get there. Oh, yeah, I moved some furniture. I must have unplugged it. And I'm like, yeah, I just drove 30 minutes to get here to tell you that. That'll be $65.
Those are the first things you're supposed to check.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to where, if I got a call, it would. I'm like, you sure it's plugged in? You're like, you physically looked at it. It's plugged in. That's number one, where we're going. All the cables are plugged in.
But what did I do last week? I'm like, I don't hear you guys. I don't hear you guys. You guys hear each other. I don't hear you. I'm like, oh, you're going to hate me, Jason. My computer was on mute.
Yep.
And Jason's trying to take things apart and figure it out. We're all going in, going out. And I'm like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
I muted it when I was playing my game.
Yep.
You guys wouldn't know it now, but this time last week, this whole side of my face there was no line like how you see the indentation. This was poofed out, like my hand, I could cup like this, and my whole cheek fit into my hand to where my eye swelled shut. It was like black. And then it started hanging down here.
Yep.
Like I was playing Chubby Bunny with a bunch of marshmallows or something. Going in the store like that, like, I mean, you just totally look. All I could think is Baby Ruth, as I'm walking around.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, I still got to go out and do stuff, like. But it's a good thing that I was born with that don't give a fuck
Yeah.
feeling, because if I did, I would, never do half of things in my life. Just go out in public and look like sloth,
Yep. Yeah, I remember I had a bunch of skin cancer stuff removed, and one of them was right there in the corner of my eye. I got a scar right in there.
Rob.
And I had stitches in my face.
Oh,
Right. I had stitches in my back, and I like a couple of places. And I had a band gig that night. I went and played, stitches in my face and shit. And my, I don't know, several months down the line later, my guitar player buddy had some skin cancer removed. It was on his back. And he's like, I'm going to have to cancel. I'm like, fucking pussy.
But were the stitches maybe in a part that hurt, like playing the guitar?
No. I had stitches in my shoulder right where my guitar strap went. I had stitches in my face. Went and played the gig. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, I've been on here twice after dental surgery with the gauze even still in my mouth. It's like, I don't have shame in that way. Like,
yeah,
I can't. And the type of life I've had and the things that have happened to me, you just learn to laugh at yourself and just not care, because you can't. If I cared about every dumb thing I did or let it get to me.
The worst part about having skin cancer removed from right here was the doctor's like numbing my face up, and he's got a needle. And it's
no.
Coming right towards me. He's like, okay, now don't move. I don't want to stick you in the eyeball. Don't be jerking or anything. Yeah, that sucked. I'm like, damn, couldn't you like knock me out and then do this?
How did you get all the skin cancer? You got burnt in the sun?
Yeah, just from years of being in the sun. Yeah, I got another couple of places. I got a place on my nose right there that I got to have checked out, and a few weird spots.
I have this thing on my hand I have to have looked at still for my doctors all said there was nothing wrong with it, but if you look, there's like a full circle around it now. And it's raised, and they wouldn't clip it. I'm like, that doesn't look right to me though. And they're like, oh no, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. Like, it didn't used to have a line around it, and it slowly started getting a circle, and now it's got like this black circle around it. Sure you don't want to just look at it?
Yeah.
And that was before the whole breakdown during COVID time.
Breakdown. Go ahead and give it to me. Yeah. Bell's palsy, man. That's a weird thing to happen. I haven't had that happen, but I've had several friends that had it. And yeah. So one of my old girlfriends had it. The one that was in the picture today. And yeah, she woke up and was just like, half of her face was like
stroke
with me.
Like when you have a stroke?
Kinda, yeah. Just like the whole half of her face was like numb, like she lost everything, and it was weird. It's weird.
Because I would get that mixed up with, I know I say it wrong. I say Jillian Barr, but it's like,
yeah, it's kind of the same thing, I think.
It's a complete different word. But so I get the two mixed up, but I've been seeing the more and more people having that lately.
Yeah.
And I'm not like wasn't exactly sure what all it entailed, but that's terrifying. So it like gets better over time, or
Yeah, that Anthony Sanchez had that.
I know
Yeah, yeah, he had it
he's
for a
just
long time. One of my friends, she had it like a long time, like took like a year and a half to recoup from it.
well, look how long it took. I mean, he to now to where he's doing his like stuff again and really getting back into what he's doing.
Yeah,
It feels like it's been like years now.
yeah, yeah. My old girlfriend that had it, she had it for I don't know, maybe 3 months or so that it affected her. But yeah, my other friend, she actually ended up helping take care of my other friend because they're really good friends. But yeah, she had it. She was in a hospital. Like it screwed her up bad.
Is it a steroid type thing or an antibiotic type thing, or like what kind of a treatment is it?
I don't know. Craig might know. He said he had it.
Oh, Craig did.
Antibiotics. Yeah. Yeah. It says it took a week to get better. Yeah.
Wow.
It's weird. I guess it's one of those things that affects different people differently, you know?
I wonder if like autoimmune, um, if you have like an autoimmune thing, if it makes it worse or something.
Yeah. I had this weird thing happen the other day where I was in bed and I just rolled over from one side to the other side and I got like dizzy, like when you're like really drunk
Like
and
vertigo.
the room's spinning. Like, yeah, man, it was bad. And it only lasted, it felt like it lasted forever, but it only lasted a few seconds, but holy shit. And then I woke up that morning real early and I was fine. Jumped up out of bed, took the dog out. I was fine. I laid back down. And then, like 2 hours later, I woke up and the same thing. I rolled from one side over to the other side to get out of bed. And I was like, okay, I got to lay here for a minute. Everything's spinning again. Weird. Then hasn't happened since.
I wonder if that's one of the after effects of like you know how like long COVID little
Yeah,
surprises are gonna come up along the way. If
I
that's a
still,
little
I've had this like low key, not like really bad, but I'm like congested in the morning and I still have some sort of like respiratory infection or something that just will not go away. I've had it for
plus what they're
months.
spraying, it's gonna make it even worse, especially if you've had COVID, because that's what it does is it hits your respiratory.
Yeah.
So it's gonna make that even worse.
Yep.
But you're smelling and tasting and all that, like
Oh
it
yeah.
hasn't changed still, right?
Yep. Dog
That
farts
was
in the bed. I smell it. So.
scary.
Uh,
I remember you'd make those peppers, like you ate so many peppers. You're like, I want to taste these fuckers, man. And you like got
yeah.
the
When I
hottest
had
shit
COVID,
you could
yeah,
find.
couldn't taste anything, and I'm like, all right, I'll eat some of these ghost peppers. If I don't taste these, I am definitely screwed up. And that was weird. The only thing I could taste was super hot stuff or super sweet stuff. Everything else was blah.
I thought there was like one random thing that you tasted or smelled too that was weird. It was like so random.
Yeah.
Was that what gave birth to your hot sauces? Like, is that what started having you make the pepper sauces, or did you do the pepper sauces before that?
Yeah, I've always kind of done those, but it really kicked in then. I was like, I just recently have started eating more hot sauce. Like I'll put hot sauce on my eggs or something in the morning, and I got like a bunch of different kinds of hot sauce in there. I'm using it. I'm like ramping it up more and more. I watch like Hot Ones or something, and then I start eating hot sauce again. But I'm nowhere on the level that I was. Like I ate some. I have some. I can't remember the name of the peppers. They were the hottest peppers. But now Ed has Pepper X, which are like even hotter. Carolina Reapers. I've got Carolina Reaper mash, which is basically just ground up peppers.
Oh God.
With a little bit of vinegar. And they're freaking hot. Like they're bastardly hot.
Like pepper horse.
I ate a little bit of that yesterday, and I'm like, whew. These are got to be careful because it's like I can eat it and I like hot sauce and I can eat it. But if I, like I put some on my eggs and I'm chewing it up and I went to swallow and it was like I inhaled and whatever it is, the fumes or the peppers or whatever, hit the back of my throat. And I'm like, so I got to be careful. Before, I was just chowing on that stuff and no big deal. Don't have that same tolerance anymore, apparently.
Damn. I wonder what's making you crave it. Like, I've been craving, like the olives, the stuffed olives, the things in the fermented stuff, and the little pickles and all that. And my mom makes this really good antipasta salad with tortellini. It's cold, and then there's like some like little mozzarella balls and all that in it. But then it's got all like artichoke hearts and all these different olives. It's basically all sorts of fermented type stuff. It's just so good. But sauerkraut, she got all the sauerkraut, and like I never really knew you cook sauerkraut. I just kind of ate it like cold.
Yeah.
But I've been like going in there and eating spoonful. I'd been going in there and eating spoonfuls of it like right before this. And I found out that the fermented foods was good for like the infections and all that. And then once I was on the antibiotic, it said like one of the things to eat was fermented foods.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of miss that. The other day, well, it's been a couple of weeks now, but I'm still doing the carnivore diet, and I do, have cheese and dairy and stuff. And I was in the grocery store and I got off the deli bar. I got some feta cheese and some mozzarella chunks. And I was like, oh, you know what? A few of those big ass olives won't hurt. So had a handful of olives. I've done that twice now. I just saw it.
It tastes so good with cheese, man.
Yeah.
And grapes for some reason.
Yeah, I bought the other day was Sam's birthday, and I got her some grapes and this cinnamon cranberry goat cheese and like Ritz crackers. She like a long time ago I was at her house and she made that, and I'm like, oh, that shit looks disgusting.
Oh, but the cheese and grapes is so good.
Yeah, I just I'm looking at this goat cheese that's like purple, and
I hate goat cheese though.
Cranberries and everything, and I'm like, ugh. But we sat there and ate like a whole plate of it. I was like, wow. I never thought I would like this, but it's actually really good. But I bought some grapes the other day, and I got grapes, goat cheese, and crackers, and I put it in her mailbox at night so she'd find it. And the grapes that I bought, I don't know, they must have grown them like out back by the nuclear waste dump.
Because they were like,
God, freaking. She writes me a note. She's like, where in the hell did you find these grapes? They're like as big as a baby's fist. And they were like, yeah, they were huge grapes.
Do they still taste like grapes though?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
But they're nice and crispy, huh? Like
Yeah.
tight and crispy. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. They were huge. Yeah.
I take that back. I had goat cheese one time that was actually not bad because of like whatever was in the nuts around it and then the crackers. Plus, the first time I had goat cheese that I hated it was because it smelled like goat. I'm like, it smells like it tastes like a goat smells.
Yeah.
I couldn't eat it. I'm like, this is just fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
But a couple years ago, I had some. And I was like, this is actually isn't so bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't been back to the doctor lately, so no, they're not bothering me at all about it. But, but yeah, I'm sure if I went back, they'd still be giving me a hard time about it.
I just seen an article that I didn't read it. I was going to save it for you if it was any interesting, but they're like, man, claims to be on this, all meat, basically the carnivore diet, and claims all these like great things have happened from it, and making it seem like so unbelievable.
Yeah.
But because I know you do it, and what you and Craig and stuff have said, and other people, I thought the guy's probably on to something. So I wanted to see, what this guy's experience was with it.
Yeah. A couple of my neighbors are doing it now, and I don't know. Let's see how it goes for them. I'm like, hey, all you can do is try it. I started out for 30 days. I said, I'll try it for 30 days, and 30 days came and went. And I'm like, might as well do 60. 60 came and went. Might as well do 90. And I did 90. And I'm like, might as well just stay like this. I don't know.
I've been noticing a difference like in your face and stuff since you've been doing it. Because I was thinking the other day, like more like a younger glow almost to you, like a healthy looking like glow to your face.
Yeah.
And I thought, I wonder if that's like because of all like the diet.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I've got this big cyst on my back, and I've had it removed like 3 or 4 times, and it keeps coming back. Every time somebody removes it, it's because you didn't have me do it. Won't come back now. Bullshit, it's back. And it came back again, and it's been there forever. But it's like it's shrinking now. It's like getting smaller. I don't know. Haven't done anything different other than this diet, so maybe.
And you're not eating the processed shit food. You're not eating the genetically modified, except for whatever they're putting in the beef and all that. Yeah. Other than that, you're not eating this crap.
Yeah. Speaking of that, let's do this first. Speaking of eating crap.
I agree, Deborah.
This guy, I know a guy. This guy, man, holds a bizarre record for most number of Big Macs eaten in a lifetime. Good God. I mean, you can live on anything. The human body is a pretty amazing thing.
Yeah.
But, then again, that guy that made...
Oh, wait. See, our little pictures disappeared again.
Nope. Let me fix that. Do it like this.
There you go.
Yeah, the guy that made Super Size Me, he died. What is it, Morgan Spurlock? Had like colon cancer or something. I don't know. Ate McDonald's for 30 days and made that movie. But this
really
guy,
remember that, kind of.
Yeah, if you ever see Super Size Me, check that out. Guinness World Book Records has officially confirmed the outrageous number of McDonald's burgers one man has eaten. Most doctors and nutritionists would likely recommend against eating too many burgers. But that hasn't stopped Donald Gorsk, a 71-year-old from Wisconsin. Are you from Wisconsin? I'm from Wisconsin. No, I'm not. Who has eaten 2 Big Macs every day of his life since 1972. God, man, that's a lot of freaking hamburgers. He first earned the world record for most Big Macs eaten back in 1999, as he continued to maintain that record ever since. It's believed now he has eaten more than 35,000 of these burgers. Bizarrely, he even tried collecting all the empty containers in his attic, but quickly ran out of space back in 2006, and the stacks of them up to the ceiling in his basement. Can we say hoarder? One advantage of this, I mean, why not? If you're going to eat hamburgers every day for the rest of your life, you might as well, keep the wrappers, right? Remember when they used to come in styrofoam boxes and not paper?
Oh, yeah.
One advantage of this strange diet is that he doesn't need to cook anything. He and his wife have a cooker in their house that looks practically brand new, as it has barely ever been used in 50 years. Incredible. Gorski doesn't seem to have suffered any ill effects either, and maintains that he still has normal blood pressure and cholesterol levels. Even so, he warns against anyone else attempting to beat his record. For somebody to want to do that, you're going to have to eat Big Macs for 50 years.
You don't want his record broke.
Yeah, exactly. And you're going to have to really like Big Macs to eat 50 of them. Eat them for 50 years. It's such an easy thing for me because I already do it every day. Just imagine just eating. I mean, it would simplify things, What are you going to have today for, what are you going to eat today? 2 Big Macs. What else? Nothing. Just 2 Big Macs.
How could their world records confirm that, though? Because they always have to,
I know.
There's, protocol. And so, even if he showed receipts for the last 30 years, it's not proof he even ate it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But there's been quite a bit of people, that will eat one something strange like that. And it's your body just adapts. Kind of like I tell you, the first time, I haven't eaten fast food in so many years now. It's been God, at least 5 years, 6 years since McDonald's. And if it's just a month or so and I haven't had it and then I go and eat it, especially if I have a Coke with it, my stomach just wants to kill me. What are you doing? But then if I eat it again the next day, then it's my stomach can handle it. But the first time, it's I have to get this armor to be able to take it.
Yeah.
But you can tell, when I haven't had it for a while. So people who eat it all the time, it's they just develop this tolerance to it or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it blows my mind how many people, I'll drive by the same place every day, and I see the same people there at the same time. And it's wow, man, they eat here every day.
Or the diners, they go and get the same breakfast for 50 years, and a black coffee.
Yeah.
Greasy ass hash browns and all this stuff and bacon and sausage and, every single day. But they'll be living to 88, 89, 90.
I always
Oh my
that.
gosh. Did you see the veteran asking the president to come to his birthday party? Oh, he's turning 104. The sweetest thing in the world. Oh my goodness. And he's I would be so honored if president would come to my birthday party. And he's next we got to get this the White House. I thought, oh, even if he doesn't go, please acknowledge this man. It was the sweetest thing in the world that just popped in my mind. Because talking about age, 104 and a veteran, sweetest looking man. I wanted to hug him so bad. Please just at least send him a video.
Yeah. Wondering what this humming noises that I'm getting. Just started going.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about, Deborah? Is it my fan?
No, might be mine. Oh, something coming out of my mixer. I don't know what it is. Hopefully, it's not annoying everybody.
So, I saw a video of actually how chicken nuggets are made.
Oh, that's disgusting.
No, what do they call it? The chicken foam?
Yeah, pink.
Yeah, and how they roll it out. Oh my God, dude. You will never ever want, because you know when you break them open, it's always been weird the way the batter is like attached to the chicken, like part of the chicken, and you see these weird patterns in it, and you know it's processed and stamped out because each shape means like some sort of different meat
Yeah,
part. Like the dark meat ones is the other ones. I remembered I used to like the round ones better against the white
yeah,
meat ones. But holy bejesus, they basically take like stacks of just like full on chicken stuff without bone and put it into this thing where it grinds it all up, turns into this foam, and then they start stretching it like Laffy Taffy and stuff. Oh my goodness. It's just the sickest thing. I guess, you know, some people like spam and all that. So maybe some people would be grossed out by it. But I can guarantee you, even when I knew before this is processed chicken, this isn't real chicken, it's not cool, I would still get some sometimes and, you know, eat it with the honey mustard.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah, we came out of the store the other day and we were like, what is that smell? And it just, like Burger King used to smell good, flame charred burgers, whatever. It just like stunk the other day. I don't know what they were cooking over there. It was like, it was horrible smelling. It smelled like they were using like old motor oil to like fry the burgers in or something. I don't
They
know.
might be because of the oil prices. Because, you know, the oil was one of the things that went up during COVID. A lot of places says, well, we got to change the prices of our fries because the actual oil we're cooking them has gone up. So now that I think canola oil is one of the tariffs from Canada or Mexico, uh, Canada or Mexico, maybe people are using motor oil.
Yeah, really. Yeah, a lot of them are switching back to beef tallow, but it's, sounds good, because like, they're not using seed oils, but
Isn't that what McDonald's used to use a long time ago?
yeah, well, yeah, a lot, like when we were kids, especially
That made it good.
when I was a kid, a McDonald's hamburger didn't have all the shit in it that it has nowadays.
They used like actual meat.
Yeah. I doubt there's any real meat in anybody's burgers these days. If there is, it's like,
Also got ground up beef and claw.
yeah. Mama said those things are made with peckers and lips.
But still, then there's hot dogs and sausages, and you know, depending who makes it, what's in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like fast food back in the day, wasn't, I don't think it was, I mean, it wasn't good for you, but I don't think it was as bad for you. Like the buns and stuff, back in the day, it was a bun, it was bread. Nowadays, that whatever the shit they put on sandwiches, can it even be considered bread?
Subway, I think it came out that it didn't technically like
Yeah.
pass as bread.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, it smells like bread, but yeah, there's so many things in it. We can't really say that this is bread. It's like, what are you eating and why? It looks like bread. It smells like bread, but it has 72 ingredients and none of them are found in bread. And it's weird. Like I was just saying, I have hot sauce and stuff in there, and I'm always, real conscious. Like when I buy something, if it has sugar in it or whatever, I try to buy stuff that doesn't have sugar, or if it does, like, it's way down on the list and only has a little bit, because freaking sugar's in damn near everything. But what was it? I had these beef bouillon cubes, and
Oh
I
no, I just used one of those.
I crushed it up, and I put it in some soup, some broth that I had this morning.
Uh-huh.
I licked my fingers, after I crushed it up. I was like,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, this has sugar in it. I could taste the sugar.
Sugar?
Like, yeah. And sure enough, I picked the back of the thing. I looked at the back of the thing, and it's got sugar in it, but I could
I thought you
taste
were
it.
gonna say it was salty as hell, not
Yeah,
sugar.
yeah, it's salty, but yeah,
Why
I
is
could.
there sugar? It's because of cancer. I swear to God, they do it because of cancer. Because when you look at cancer cells under the microscope, they put it down with some sugar and some other things, and the cancer aggressively goes after the sugar and eats it.
Yep.
And so, like, for me seeing that, that's all I had to see is, oh, cancer feeds on sugar. Like,
Yeah.
if I had it, that's the first thing I would do is, like, I mean, I should cut it, need to cut it out anyways because it is like it helps give inflammation, and I
Yeah.
can't take anti-inflammatories, so I try to lessen my sugar. But it's like, no, that's why y'all started the cookie diet back in the 70s and pump us with all this crap because I think cancer eats it,
Yeah.
and you want people to have diabetes,
I've
all
seen
for big pharma.
a lot of people that I've seen that had cancer just like eat the shit out of candy, like sugar.
Seriously,
Yeah.
because the
They just
cancer's
like,
probably making them crave it.
yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Weird.
That's why people, when you watch like Dr. Sunil or Dr. Berg, like, and they talk about these things, it's the people that have cancer and then they fast and do all these things, and change their diet, with whatever their treatment plan is they chose that usually have pretty good success rates.
Yeah.
Diet is a big part of
It's huge.
your body. I mean, or they say you are what you eat.
Yeah. Big time. Yeah, like my neighbors that just started this, I told them, I was like, don't go just cold turkey and jump right in. And I said, just ease yourself into it. You got food in the house, don't throw it away, just eat it, but don't replace it, just
Yeah.
slowly transition over. So that way your stomach doesn't freak out, and your system doesn't freak out. I mean, I transitioned like a week into it and then just like head first,
Then you went, yeah, total feet into it.
and yeah, I mean, it was,
But you felt it was right. Like you wanted to, like you felt.
yeah, I wanted to, but I ain't gonna lie, I had some stomach issues for like a good couple of months.
While you adjusted.
Yeah. Well, I think it was my body getting rid of all the bullshit.
That's probably what it was.
It didn't take overnight to put it all in me. So it wasn't gonna like happen overnight.
Well, when you quit smoking, like smoking cigarettes, it hardens your organs and does all that. So, and like other drugs, when you come off of them, people usually have all the stomach problems and stuff. And, if you even stop taking like Xanax or something after so long, like, people be crapping for days.
Yeah.
Your body really has to get rid of all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it does its cells, and your body does what it needs to do.
It was weird.
Me too. It's 72.
Not finding it at the moment, but I've had this, how long has it been since I quit vaping? I mean, it's been a long time.
You were even before me.
Yeah. And just like yesterday, I was just having this hardcore urge to vape.
I did like 2 days ago. I didn't do it, but I was wanting to.
And I still have all my vape stuff. I got rid of a bunch of it, but I was looking for a cord yesterday. And I'm like, boom, I pull out my old vape thing and I'm like, oh, I wonder if I have a cartridge.
I do. I still have all my stuff on the shelf and I keep meaning to get rid of it all and the mods, and it would take a little bit of charging and like putting it back together. And I think I still have like some juice, but I'd have to like Frankenstein something.
I have tons and tons of flavorings, because I made my own liquids. So I got nicotine, I got all these flavorings.
And the only time I really want it is like during our shows is the only time like where it's just like that hand feeling.
Yeah.
But 2 days ago I was like, dude, I wish I had one of those like little vape pens real quick. Like even if it was
yeah. And it's weird. I wasn't even thinking about it. Not even thinking about it. And it's like, how long has it been since I quit vaping? It's been like a year or two or more? I don't know.
I think it's been 2 years for me now since I completely stopped.
Longer for me. Just like out of the blue yesterday, I just like started craving it. I'm like, what the hell?
Because I don't dream about it. Like when I would try to quit smoking cigarettes. Like, do you ever have dreams that you're vaping or that you want to vape?
No, not really.
Neither do I.
But yeah, like during a show or like when I leave a band gig and I'm driving home, or I take a break like during playing, that's when I used to go sit somewhere and just, enjoy a vape. So I still miss it at that time. That shit's like addictive, man. Nicotine, sugar, heroin. It's all addictive, It's like all on the same kind of level. Cigarettes, drugs, nicotine, sugar. I mean, you go cold turkey and quit sugar. That shit'll mess you up. You'll have your headaches and your stomach will be screwed up. You ease into it, it's not as bad, but
yeah,
it's like caffeine. I quit drinking Red Bulls. I didn't quit, but I pretty much
stop.
Yeah. And you drink them big ass ones too. I was drinking the sugar-free ones, but I'm out playing.
I don't get the same buzz.
Yeah.
The same wings.
My wings aren't quite the same. Yeah, I was out playing disc golf and I, usually chug a Red Bull, a sugar-free Red Bull on the way there, and I was having these weird chest pains and shit, and I'm like, fuck that.
Oh yeah, that's when you need to stop. Jacoby actually had a like a mild heart attack from it. And that's when he's like telling me you can't be drinking all that. And that's what made me stop drinking them like every single day. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to do it show days. But I had been so like severely tired the past couple months, which I don't feel that way anymore. And I'm wondering if this because I just finished my antibiotics last night. If that did something, but I felt like I've had mono for like months. So like I literally couldn't do anything without getting a Red Bull boost. And these things are expensive as shit.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
A huge part of my budget went to Red Bull.
Yeah. Yeah, I went from drinking them every day to like now maybe one a week, if that. Just because I don't want the out playing disc golf and I'm like getting these weird chest pains. I don't even know if that's what it was,
Is it like the flutter? Because like I'll get like the heart flutter.
Kinda. It's just this weird, like, I don't know. It almost felt like I couldn't like like taking enough oxygen or something. It's hard to describe. I don't know, but yeah, I was like, fuck those. I'm done with them, and I haven't had that problem since. So
That's what actually made me stop vaping too. Because like when I was sitting there, it was like, and I had a Red Bull that day, and then I was vaping, and all of a sudden, like I was getting these heart like flutters, and it was like around because I quit during COVID time. It was COVID time because I'm like I need to save my lungs. Like I shouldn't be vaping, especially if I get COVID. So I know it was between that time frame.
yeah,
And then it's like, is it the Red Bull or the vaping that's doing this to me? Because my lungs, remember, it was hurting my chest like cavity, and when I breathe in it hurt like really bad. I couldn't take like a real deep breath.
yeah, yeah. It was
I think I had the glycol, the whatever, glycerin glycol or whatever in it,
yeah.
in my juice.
I don't know. It was haven't had that problem since I quit drinking them, but yeah, I do like my coffee. Really, I'm in the South, so yeah, I like it strong. I make it, yeah, where the bottom when you're done drinking it, it's like, wow, look at all that sludge in the bottom.
Like slip it over here.
Yeah, I like my coffee strong.
The problem with me though, giving myself a Red Bull for Sunday night and Wednesday night is on Wednesdays I actually have two. Because then I like to have a Red Bull while I'm sitting there going through the articles and like doing stuff like that. And so I have a big one in the morning and a big one at night.
Yeah,
And then on Sundays I just have a big one during Jason's.
yeah. I got to where for years I've only drank one cup of coffee in the morning, and you know, for some reason I started drinking two, and they're like substantial cups of coffee. I don't go for that little,
Yeah.
you
Like
know,
mine's a 20-ounce cup
yeah,
of coffee.
yeah. But, yeah, I'll have one cup of coffee, but I started having two. I'm making it in a French press, and I'd fill it all the way up. I'm like, I might as well drink it all. So I was drinking
Oh,
two
yeah,
cups of coffee and drinking a Red Bull, sometimes right after the coffee. And I'm like, man, I gotta chill. So now I'm back to, well, I say I'm back to one cup of coffee, but I had one this morning and I just drank one tonight.
Can you sleep on it though sometimes?
Yeah,
Yeah, like can you slam like a Red Bull and then go to sleep?
a lot of times I can.
That's how, yeah. I've been like so tired, and then I drink one to try to stay up. I have a cup of coffee, then I go to the store and get a Red Bull because I'm like, screw this. I need to like boost it. Come back thinking, all right, it's gonna kick in. Sit down, waiting up. Well, I call myself soaking. Soaking.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times I can get up, have a couple of eggs. And yeah, I was drinking mushroom coffee big time. And
I still want to try that.
there's some mushrooms right there. Different kind, but completely. But yeah, mushroom coffee. I was buying that and making that and drinking it. I've only drank one cup since I started doing the carnivore diet, but I've got like, geez, I've got 3 bags of mushroom coffee in there. I'm thinking, maybe I'll drink some of that.
Yeah.
I just went and got coffee the other day, and because I ran out.
And mushrooms could count as carnivore because, like, if a cow ate mushrooms and then you ate the cow.
Mushrooms grow in the cow. Oh no, that's a different kind.
Yeah, that's what, yeah.
Uh,
Well, speaking of food,
speaking.
and I'm only saying that because this article happened to be under food and drink, which is funny. Oh, wait, did I send that to you? Shite. No, I found an. There we go. Is this right? The veteran article. They left it on there because it says food and drink. Like, how does it fall under the food and drink because it's named Snickers? Man is buried in a Snickers themed coffin as he wished. I'm nuts. A fun loving man who once joked about wanting a Snickers themed coffin got his wish. Paul Broom, 55 of England, was recently laid to rest in the chocolate bar branded box, which he asked for in his will. Loved ones said Broom was known for his quick wit and mischievous sense of humor. Before his death, Broom often joked about having a Snickers-themed coffin, a wish his family made sure to fulfill in his final farewell. Broom's family wanted to honor his memory in a way that reflected his personality, so they had a coffin made that resembled a Snickers bar. Emblazoned on it was the phrase "I'm nuts," a tribute to Broom's playful nature. That sounds like a military jet. Paul's family informed us that he was one of life's true characters, and his farewell needed to reflect that, funeral arranger Ali said. His quick wit and sense of humor touched so many people, and the coffin was a fitting tribute to his unique personality. The coffin also featured the Crystal Palace FC logo. Vroom was a devoted supporter of the English Soccer Club, amassing a collection of more than 40 shirts and cherishing match days at Selhurst Park with his brothers. As a parting tribute, the funeral procession passed by Broom's favorite cafe. There, friends gathered outside wearing custom tribute t-shirts and clapped as he made his final journey. The, the family received nothing but positive feedback from those who attended, with many commenting on how the personal touches made the service a true celebration of his life. It was a privilege to help his family bring his final wishes to life. At the time of his passing, Broom was employed as a care assistant, helping adults with learning disabilities.
Well, he may be nuts, but I guess he went out the way he wanted to.
Yeah, and no one's going to see that, once it's
Yeah.
underground. But one thing, like we have the Ash House here in San Francisco, the crematorium, or I can't remember how to pronounce it, but I love it. It's like beautiful. You go in and it's just so beautiful. And it's got all these picture boxes, window boxes, all behind glass and everything. They have like different boxes and mausoleums outside, but inside, they're all shadow boxes. And the families, put the ashes in there and they set up the window box display. Like if you were like a A's fan, it would have like all their little A's toys and stuff. So it was basically designed for the person's likings and their favorite like little treasures or things like that made up the person. And I really enjoy it because it's like reading headstones. You get to know the people, off of that. But when you're looking at these type things, you really get to know the person
Yeah.
and what they were about. And I still have hours and hours of EVP and Spirit Box sessions that Jeff and Glennie and I had done in there, right outside of like their different little boxes, to see if anything specific came through like that.
Yeah.
But I really love when people put the personal touches on these things.
Yeah. I mean, why not? What? I mean, why does a coffin have to look all a certain way? Why does it got to be all somber? Why can't it like have flames shooting out of it and sparklers or?
Have race car, yeah, like look like a roadster
Yeah.
or whatever you want.
Yeah. Like you say, once it gets, buried or burned up or whatever is going to happen to it. Although I did see, you see that one, uh, whatever, the guy driving the Hearst, better call it Hearst. I guess the family wrote a check for it and it bounced. Did you see that video?
Wait, for what?
The guy wrote the guy died and his family, somebody in his family, whoever was paying for it,
Uh-huh.
wrote the funeral home a check and it bounced. It was no good. And apparently the dude yanked the body back out of the and threw it on the hood of their car.
No.
Oh yeah. Like, damn.
He gave them the body back?
Yep. Kept the casket, I guess. Yeah, he pulled it right out of the back of the hearse and pulled the body out of the casket and threw it on the
They owed him for the casket or for what?
I don't know. For embalming the casket, the funeral.
So that's what I was gonna say. So he's all embalmed already and everything, and they just like.
I don't know though if it's real or not because like, not that it's
crazy though.
Oh yeah, people be crazy, but the way they threw him on the hood, he was like real limp looking, and that just doesn't seem like a dead body that's been embalmed would be all limp.
Yeah,
maybe it would. I don't know.
And then like with rigor mortis, it's like it goes through stages where at first like you stiffen up, then you loosen back up again, and then you stiffen up again. There's like so many stages.
Yeah. You saw that, Heather?
Did you? Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to look that up.
Yep. Kiss does sell a casket. Kiss sells everything.
Did you see the Iron Maiden plane?
Yeah.
They're cutting it up, turning it into like tags and bookmarks. Oh. My friend from high school he's a huge Kiss fan. He's like, "Oh, I'm on the waiting list for that. I think they're like $40 or $60 or something like that."
For what?
Really said the Kiss, the little tags that they're making out of the pieces of the Iron Maiden plane because they're like taking it apart, dismantling it. So they're cutting all the metal from it. And so it's got like the Boeing stamp like on the back, and on the other side it says something about like Iron Maiden, and they're like like these about this big like tags.
Yeah.
So you're like owning a piece of metal history, kind of.
Yeah.
It's just like a cool conversation piece, but. I said, "Do you get one for sure?" He goes, "No, they sold out. I have to be like on a waiting list."
Dang.
Girl Scout Thin Mints. I heard something about Girl Scout cookies the other day. It wasn't good. I don't remember. Seasonal creamer is good. Sometimes.
Well, this one is interesting.
Oh.
Remote viewer found the Ark of the Covenant CIA files claim.
Huh.
It says declassified CIA documents seem to suggest that an enigmatic artifact was discovered in the 1980s. The golden chest, believed to have held the stone tablets of which the Ten Commandments were inscribed, the Ark remains one of the most sought after, mystifying religious artifacts in history. Now, through the CIA files concerning a secretive remote viewing project known as Sunstreak, have seemingly indicated that a psychic may have located the missing Ark back in the 80s. Didn't they find it in that one movie? The Nazis had hit it, and yeah, they
Something like that.
yeah. What was that movie?
In Indiana.
There you go. Yeah, Mr. Jones, Mr. Jones. Yeah. At the time, the CIA had experimented heavily with using people with apparent psychic abilities to spy on enemy countries using a technique known as remote viewing, which effectively involves using the powers of the mind to see what lies at distant locations. Not all of these experiments involve spying, however, as they are declassified government records of remote viewing sessions in which participants claim to have discovered all sorts of things, ranging from archaeological finds to pyramids on Mars. You can read more about that one here. There's the link that I don't have in here. In particular, for example, the remote viewer allegedly found what was thought to be the Ark of the Covenant itself at a location in the Middle East in 1988. The target is a container, the file reads. The container has another container inside of it. The target is fashioned of wood, gold, and silver, and is decorated with a sixth-wing angel. Interestingly, the remote viewer was not told what they were actually looking for the Ark. They claim that the target, i.e. Ark, was situated underground and has something to do with ceremony and resurrection, and that it was guarded by entities. It could only be opened by those authorized to do so, the report continues, and only when the time is correct. There was also a reference to it possessing a power unknown to us. Unfortunately, the location was extremely vague, with the remote viewer offering only that it was somewhere in the Middle East, which doesn't really tell us much. Whether or not they really did find the Ark, or whether it's still there now, remains a complete mystery to this day. I don't know. What do y'all think about remote viewing?
I think there's people that can do it.
Sam just sent me a text today. She wants to try a remote viewing experiment with me.
Like, we were trying to do those, not quite remote viewing, but the experiment in our dream to see if we could, like, lucid dream or meet, like, if we both imagined, like the lighthouse, and that be our meeting spot, but we got sloppy and wasn't, like, going to bed looking at the picture of the lighthouse and, like, doing the steps it takes to, like, try to meet up there, and because I always thought that you would definitely be somebody I would be able to do that with.
Yeah, we need to try that again.
But I think remote viewing is very possible. Katrina, she sees a lot of things because the loved ones have her kind of remote view through their eyes, to see certain things.
Yeah.
And the CIA wouldn't be so into it if it was, nothing. Like, that's what sold, that for me.
Yeah.
I've always been afraid to. Like, for instance, when I do my meditations to bring someone into me, and you're doing that part where you're, like, trying to meditate them in, like, for like a missing person session, or, like, if I want to have a dream about a family member, whatever it is, that you close your eyes and then you do where they're floating to you until you touch the hands, and some people grab the hands and then float together in the darkness while you do it, or you can grab it and pull them to you, and then when you let them go, same thing. I have to be in one spot and have them come to me and then leave me, because I get afraid I'm going to end up floating out somewhere and not be able to get back to my body again.
Yeah.
I get afraid of that with the remote viewing, like that somehow I'm going to send myself somewhere, but I can send myself out of my body when like I really am uncomfortable or things go on. I can literally, it's like a trauma response, send
Yeah.
myself somewhere else.
Yeah, like those dreams I've mentioned having. It's been a couple of years ago now, but where I was with the Indian shaman guy and I was flying. Those dreams seemed so it was like astral projection. Like I was somewhere else. It wasn't just a dream. You know what I mean? It was weird. It was really weird, but I kind of miss it because it was really cool to be able to fly.
And that's the other thing. I'm not a flyer, and if they're expecting me to fly, like I can't fly in my dreams.
Man, I was a flying fool.
I like just don't. It's like a control issue.
It was weird because I would start running and then running would turn into flying. And I just remember flying like through the woods and just like, yeah, through the clouds and everything. Awesome.
My running goes into like this, when you're like running behind a car or something, and then you're like your legs go faster than you can go and get all like tripped up. Your feet, you can't keep up with your legs, and then you just eat crap.
Yeah.
That's what happens in my dreams. I'm running, and it's like, oh no, and then I eat shit.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever flown in my dream unless I was flying. And the only flying dreams I have is flying over Hawaii, looking down at the reefs, getting excited about going to Hawaii because my attachment to that. But that's the only flying that I've done in my dreams.
Yeah, I have dreams about flying all the time, but this was something way beyond that. This was like, I don't know.
Like you felt like you were there.
Yeah, when I woke up, it didn't feel like a dream. It felt like, wow. I had dreams about flying. I'm like, oh, that was cool. Hope I dream about that again. But this was like waking up and like going, holy shit, man, that was intense. Like, I don't know exactly how I got back from where I was at, but man, it sure was fun being there.
Like when you wake up and you have to think, was that a dream I had? Like off of like a memory from something I really did, or when you have like a memory is like from something I really did, or is that just from like a dream? But those type of ones, you really have to think, it's like, wait, is that a legit memory or a dream memory? Because once it's happened, a memory is a memory, whether it was in your dream or in real life. Like,
Yeah.
if it's real enough in your dream, it's the same thing as if it happened in real life. You're going to have the same kind of flashback.
Yeah.
I come alive at night.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't had that same, whatever it was, astral projection, vivid, lucid dream, whatever. I don't know what it was, but it was heavy duty. But it was a lot of fun. Scary at first. But yeah, I was just following this Indian guy and just like, okay, trusting this dude. He's not going to let me fall out of the sky. Let's hope not. Fat guy falling from the sky.
I seen an article that I didn't read it, but remember that chunk of ice that just went through someone's roof the other day?
Yeah.
They said it was like ice from a plane.
Yep.
I guess some whatever aviation people say, oh no, that actually wasn't space ice or ice from a plane. So I was like, who could it be?
Space
Or what could it have been? Spice turkey.
Daggum space peanut, boy.
So this one Heather sent to me. She sent me a meme of it, and so I looked it up. And yes, this is real. Is that a UFO? No. It's a cargo airship. Ooh, you see the new F-47 stealth bomber? Yeah. Russian air manufacturer airship initiative is a launch a 6 payload airship. So that was 2024. Oh wait, this article came out in 2021. Look to see if it's out yet. Originally led by Russian designer. This is the Orphy, who said 19 last year, the firm's cargo ship will be capable of out loading and unloading operations, regardless of ground infrastructure. This means no need for ports, roadways, airports, or runways. It will even be able to hover over terrain and retrieve cargo using a pulley system. That's a trip over. It's just the transportation of goods using such a design is carried out according to a simple door-to-door scheme, which will help reduce costs for logistics and warehouses. The cost of a flight hour using this cargo ship would be about an order of magnitude lower than that of transport aircraft. As for that UFO flying saucer shape, they say it will make the ship easily land in crosswinds than other ship projects that use a more traditional hull. The sufficient design would be key during missions in areas and terrain that are difficult to reach for traditional aircraft. The air could help to put out forest fires or payload terrain. The airship's design also gas chambers to provide lift for the 600-ton model. 620,000 meter helium will be utilized zero buoyant. A large cabin air heated to 200 degrees Celsius, 392 Fahrenheit, by the exhaust of 8 helicopter engines is responsible for lifting the payload. They plan to make different models with different ranging from 20 to 60 or 20 to 600 tons and a range of 4,900 miles, reaching speeds up to 155 miles per hour. Says the firm aims to build the first 60-ton version of their airship, which, after an engineering assessment of its flight performance, will be carried out in order to then create air platforms with a carrying capacity of 200 and 600 tons. Then added that a future passenger version would even be capable of round-the-world travel in luxury flying hotel conditions. That'd be kind of cool. If all goes well, giant saucer-shaped cargo ships could soon be riding the winds over large cities, especially considering Aeroshima, that's the name, isn't the only company working on giant airships. For example, Google co-founder Sergey Brin's airship company is developing an enormous model. Sergey. The Hiroshima project might sound like it's overstretching the promises a little, but maybe someday we'll all be vacationing across the globe in UFO-like airships that can also save the day like sun. So real quick, I just want to look up an update on this and see if they actually did come out in 2024, unless somebody knows. I saw Pete in here. Pete might know. But geez, that's going to be like, I mean, like my other art, see the spiral vapor, it still comes out. That's CERN. That's a portal. That, project.
Yeah.
People fight over stuff that, pretty much what stuff is. Um, they're going to be going crazy over this.
Yeah. That's pretty wild. Yeah, I'd like to see if that's like an actual real thing now. It's pretty cool if it is. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if you saw that, like, you'd be like, that's a freaking UFO, dude.
Only it's identical. Yeah. Airship released in 2024. So, no. The 600-ton capacity Russian cargo airship has not been released in 2024 despite initial plans for the launch. They had planned to launch it when we had said the original plans. The airship was designed to perform transport logistic tasks with no needs for hangars, runways. Current status: while the project was initially aiming for a 2024 launch, the current status suggests that the release has been delayed or is yet to occur. Okay, so wait, my next thing to think is there an actual prototype of it? Is there a prototype for the... Yes, the Russian company is developing. I don't know if that's an actual... It's been designed, but I don't know if that means that they have one. We'll have to look that up and give you a follow up on that, or if anybody... The clicking noises might be my... Do you hear that? Me rocking when I'm talking?
Oh, yeah.
I see Pete say some clicking noises. That might be because I rock in my seat while I'm reading.
But yeah, to answer your question, Linda, I do take a multivitamin. And I also do take an organ meat capsule that has...
A what?
Organ meat. Like liver and kidney and heart and spleen and all that.
Oh, God.
I can't. Yeah, I've tried eating liver and I just cannot do it. I cannot. I've tried it and I've tried it again and I've tried it a third time and even a fourth time, and I'm like, nope, I just cannot stomach liver.
It's said for me to eat liver for my antibiotics and for my infection and stuff too, or rich in vitamin K. And that's when I looked up salmon. I don't know which one has more, but salmon was my choice.
Yeah, I can eat my weight in salmon, but yeah.
A big one is the vitamin D3 too, people. We all need to up our vitamin D3. And like the B vitamins, but the D3 it's showing like most people who died during COVID and stuff had a very low D3.
Yeah.
And like my mom says, like, like when you go outside, you're like out there and like you're in black and your face, that's not enough sun you're getting, and you're out at night and you're not getting it from the moonlight.
Hmm.
I need
Yeah.
more. I know I'm going to get jokes for saying that.
Come on over here. I'll give you the vitamin D. Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, like I said, I tried to eat liver and I just cannot.
Yeah.
I can't deal with it. I'm like, okay, this is supposed to be good for you. I'm gonna give it a second. I'm gonna give it a third time. And just recently, I tried it and I cooked it up and no, hell no, no, hell no.
Did you ever give it to the dogs?
Oh yeah, my dog loves it. I had these whole chickens that I got, and they had the liver and gizzard and all that stuff in there. She was like slamming all that stuff. I'm just not I don't like eating guts. I know they're supposed to be good for you, but never been a gizzard person, never been a liver person of any such kind or anything. I don't dine on the tongues and
On the innards.
the brains, and yeah, just not me. Give me a butt cheek or a leg.
I told you about that time I accidentally ate that broth of my dad's rice.
Yeah.
And he's like, but it was good. It was good, wasn't it? And I'm like, it wasn't bad. But
Yeah.
that's because it was just like a little spoon of the broth on top.
Yeah.
Not the actual, because it smelled so good in there though. And then he put on rice. And so I was like, oh, he's making like, I thought it was this other stuff that he had put on rice. And so I took a little bite of the broth. My dad looks at me and he goes, you know what that is, right? I'm like, oh, I thought I did. He goes, that's my liver and heart, gizzard, rice, whatever. I'm like, oh my God, I started freaking out. He goes, oh, stop. You were just fine. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I ate that. And he goes, admit it. You know it was good. I'm like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I took the leftover liver that I hadn't cooked, and I mixed it with hamburger because I make these meatballs up ahead of time, and put them in the freezer. So I mixed it with that, and it made those meatballs. Fucking all I could taste was liver. It's like, oh man.
Because what is it, like really rich or?
Yeah. Yeah, Gary says it's not bad. You have to spice it up. Dude, I tried it every which way but loose, and I just can't deal with it. I just freaking hate it.
Onion, yeah. And just the look of it looks like a big slap of tongue.
Yeah.
And then I think like things like use that to filter toxins through, and
yeah, it just doesn't.
It's like that's not what I want to eat.
Yeah, oxtail. Yeah,
that was soul food because that was the only food that would be left over that they were or could eat because they could only eat like the leftovers, and now that's like a delicacy. People love the fuck out of oxtails, like oxtail soup.
You go in to buy a freaking oxtail now. It used to, like you say, it used to be ghetto food.
No, it's expensive now.
Yeah, it's like as much as friggin' filet mignon or something.
Yeah, like this one guy, he's like, dude, I used to be able to like eat like 2-3 oxtails at a time, and now it's like you barely afford one.
Yeah. Yeah, onion powder, garlic, all that. Yeah, I put all that on it, and I still can't do it, dude. It's all I taste. No matter what I put on it, I could probably put battery acid and ketchup on it. I'd still taste liver. I just can't deal with it. If I was starving, you know, I'd eat it. But
Well, yeah, you
luckily those times ain't come, and I hope they never do.
in
Uh,
ESP with the cow testicles. I lived on a cattle ranch, and we had cattle roundup days where they all went through the chute. The steer lost their nuts into a bucket,
nip and slip.
and then that bucket would be sitting out there all day with flies and hay and everything going around it. It's a bucket of balls. And then when they'd have the barbecue after, and these guys, oh my god, deep frying these balls, and they just loved it. Like they got excited about the fact they're going to eat some testicle too.
Damn.
They're like, it's the best damn thing. Never, I didn't even eat any of the crust of the crunchy part around it, the fried part. Like, I don't want to eat a cow nut. I don't understand how a man could want to eat something's a nut. Like,
Again, if I was like, you know, starving and there was nothing else to eat, I guess I'm eating balls.
well, yeah, you have to survive if you're surviving.
I'm going to pass on that until I'm really starving. I don't know. I've eaten some weird shit.
Absolutely
Yeah. Not enough hot sauce in the world. Exactly. Do I eat sardines? I've eaten sardines and fish steaks. You know, I like smoked oysters and stuff like that. I'm not a huge. I've tried to eat sardines. I mean, you know, I can eat them. Like, you know, every once in a while I get a hankering for something like that. But I usually
eat the
go for the
smoked oysters
oysters. Yeah.
in the can with the oil.
But I've been making salmon patties and tuna patties lately.
Ooh, tuna
Those are
patty sounds good.
Yeah.
What do you like? Do you use like canned tuna fish, or do you buy tuna?
Yeah, I use canned tuna or salmon.
Like a crab cake type thing, or what?
Yeah, kind of make them like, you know, like a hamburger patty.
Huh.
Put a couple of eggs, and I use pork rind crumbles, you know.
And it sticks it together.
Yeah. Yeah, they come out. Yeah, pretty good. Probably going to make those maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We're getting down on the food. I got 2 ribeyes. I'm cooking chicken breast tonight, but mostly that's for the dog.
Crusty nuts.
Yeah.
I knew someone was going to say that when I talked about ripping the crust off.
Yeah.
And then the fried part.
Oh, Chef Salty Balls. Yeah, who's you know, who's the first person that was like, well, we're cleaning this cow. What part do you want? I want the nuts. Or was it like, hey, you drew the short straw, you get the ball sack. And then they were like, I'm starving him, eating them. Hey, these aren't bad.
Or
Can I
it
have the
started
next
as a
one?
joke, yeah.
Hmm.
You know the worst part though is throwing a ball sack at someone's face, like the actual like they'll make like little sack coin purses and all that from the actual sack. Some people make coin purses. Well, the guys would run around and slap each other with the nut sacks after. Their faces would swell up, man. Like if you've seen the tortilla things, I think the nut slaps win.
Damn.
Your crusty nuts and salty balls.
I've been slapped in the
Like a
face.
Christmas box.
Hmm.
There's livers and sardines.
Damn.
I can't do sardines. I like to fry those little. Well, my dad got me on those little oysters in the can, like during the football games.
Yeah, I like those.
And even how I am now, I'll crave it once in a while. I think I told you like a year ago.
Yeah.
But my aunt one time, one of my aunts, she's like, "Oh, we're having fried oysters," and so I went over there. But she used the canned oysters for the fried oysters, and oh my god, they were so good.
Hmm.
So I do that once in a while. I know it's like probably not good at all for me, but
You know.
I don't like fresh oysters though, or like raw oysters.
See, I can tear those up.
I bet you
I was just
can.
gonna say I've missed having an oyster roast the last 2 seasons here.
I wish I liked it though, because like everybody seems to enjoy it so much,
But like, who was the first person to eat an oyster?
but they're so slimy, and when I try it like foamed back up my throat, kind of like the escargot. And then just the look of it, like the equivalent to that starfish I showed you.
Yeah. Dickfish. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a huge raw oyster guy. Like, yeah, if I'm out getting them, yeah, I'll pop one or two and eat them right there and right as they come out of the water. But who's the first person to eat an oyster? It's like, oh, what's in this shell? Oh, looks like snot.
It's a pulsating, snotty-looking vajayjay thing. Let's slurp it up,
Yeah,
and then let's put some hot sauce on it.
yeah, and put it on a cracker.
Put it on a cracker.
Yeah,
I do like I do like the fried real oysters. Like they don't have to be canned. I just don't do raw.
yeah.
And like shucking it and sucking it out of the shell. Shuck it, suck it, eat it raw.
Yep.
They have those T-shirts in San Francisco.
Oysters like eating a big ass booger soaked in salt and sitting in the sun for 3 hours. Sounds tasty.
Like a loogie. With some lemon on top.
Yeah. Yeah, what Indian ate an oyster first,
Rocky Mountain oysters.
Like, I'm starving. What's inside this shell? Oh, it looks like it could kill you. Let's try it.
Well,
Put them over the fire. They're even better.
when I used to read, like, what was that? The Blue Lagoon, or like the books when I was a kid learning about natives, like Native Indians, and how they would use the blubber from the whale, just all the way to how they would work the land and use the land and all the parts and all the things. And then they would talk about like going down to the water's edges and like getting these things and collecting them and eating them. I always thought that was like so cool.
It's like, I've got a book in there, on my bookshelf, native plants in Florida that are edible, I got a book with pictures and descriptions of shit I can go by. What about, how did they, like, how did the Indians and all, or even before them, how do they go about eating stuff out in the woods, when they find, is it edible or is it going to kill you? Only one way to find out.
They probably have somebody experiment, or they look and see like if animals are eating it. It's like, oh, that's eating it, so that must be some sort of food.
Yeah, don't eat those red berries. Running Bear ate those, and he died 3 days ago.
They do have the T-shirts.
Yeah.
But like tonight, like for instance, we have some of the eggs. We were trying to make sure to always have the egg thing filled, and then like a case of eggs next to it to like, keep the egg situation going.
Yeah.
And kind of slowed down. We were eating less eggs for a little bit, and so we looked today at the other case of eggs, because that's we both had made egg sandwich for dinner, and it was February 28th. A whole carton. I'm like, that's a $9 carton. I'm like, well, crack it open and see. I'm like, it smells just fine. I'm like, I'll eat it, and then we'll see what happens to me.
Yeah, I just
It
bought
was fine.
more eggs
It was
tonight.
fine.
It's funny. I always, I'll try and buy like a box of 60 eggs at a time, and I always open it in the store, because like how
You
many
have
more
to.
broke. Tonight is the first night I haven't opened the carton of eggs because you buy a box of 60 and they're taped shut. But I usually break the tape and look. Tonight I didn't look.
Oh,
Open the eggs, and it wasn't bad. There was only one broke.
okay.
But I'm like, damn it, the one time I don't look and I have broken egg. No big deal, but the price of eggs nowadays, what's that egg, 50 cents or something?
For like a dozen, what is it?
I don't know. I paid 24 bucks for 60 tonight. So,
And I showed you how it was $10 for a 12 pack, and then it was like $40 for like I don't know. It's way more expensive out here.
yeah. Yeah. What's your light bill usually run out there?
That's always different. It's in the hundreds, because of like the pool and all that.
Yeah.
I think it's like 300-400, like, and then they went higher and it was like 500.
Damn. I'd shit my pants if I got a
They like raised it like all of a sudden one month, and they're like, oh, we're going to be giving $125 discounts to people so they can encourage to go solar, this and that.
Trying to see what eggs are around here. Plastic fillable eggs. No, I'm looking for real eggs. Russell Stover's marshmallow eggs. Nope. Not the ones I'm looking for. They're Flip.
Reese's peanut butter eggs.
It's pretty bad when there's no real eggs in the egg search that I'm looking for. Reese's filled eggs. No, that's not it.
Livermore, price of a dozen eggs average. California.
At Sam's Club, 7.5 dozen eggs is $39.24. That's a lot.
In California, eggs will cost you $9.49 for 12, $13.49 for 18 at most grocery stores.
Damn. Yeah, they're like $5 here. Four something, five.
That's like Texas prices.
Seven, between $4 and $7 here, depending on where you buy them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I need to say cage-free eggs.
Yeah, I try to get them from people that have them, but
They'll only sell cage-free out here is the problem.
Yeah, the 60 count was $30, so yeah, they're going down some. I wasn't buying them at $30. I'm like, no, screw that. 24, okay, I'll buy them now. Sucks because I was getting 60 eggs for like 11 something less than a year ago.
That's crazy.
Anyways, this one, supernatural suspicions surround bizarre disappearance and discovery of this little kid. I was going to do the one about the Bigfoot that was seen on, I don't know, Weather Channel or something. I forget what it was. But
I
I
didn't see
looked at
that.
the picture and I'm like, that's bullshit. And that's like a cutout because we have one at the disc golf course that somebody made and it looks exactly the same. And yeah, I read the whole article and they're like, yeah, it turns out it was a garden ornament.
I seen a couple guys died looking for Sasquatch out here.
Ah. Well, this one's strange circumstances behind a Thai boy's disappearance and subsequent discovery have left his family and friends wondering if there was a supernatural influence behind the odd event. The eerie incident reportedly occurred on Tuesday in the city of Lopburi when the youngster vanished during a game of hide and seek. He was playing with some friends. For an agonizing 3 hours, concerned friends, community members, and local authorities searched far and wide for the boy, who was eventually found, to the mystification of everyone, sitting disheveled and disoriented right outside of his home, where countless people had previously looked for him. Further investigation into the incident only compounded its strangeness as one of the boy's friends recalled how during their game he emerged from his hiding spot and inexplicitly began performing a traditional Thai dance. His confused companions described the youngster's behavior as unusual and unsettling. Though dismissed when he ran off into what they assumed was an effort to continue playing, but it was actually the moment when he went missing.
Oh,
Upon hearing the wild account, many of the neighborhood began to suspect that the boy's disappearance was not simply a matter of him wandering off and getting lost. Instead, they suggested that the youngster had fallen under a spell of a restless spirit, specifically that of a woman who was murdered in the community nearly 1 year ago this week. In response to those supernatural suspicions, the community plans to hold a ceremony this coming weekend on the anniversary of her slaying in hopes of bringing peace to. Oh, geez, my article is like playing skippity doodah. They're hoping to do a ceremony this coming weekend of the anniversary of this slaying in hopes of bringing the peace to the potential ghost that some believe caused the boy to mysteriously vanish. Yeah, like I've got those books here. Darcy's got a bunch of the books of the 411 books from what's his name? Me, I'm brain fart and can't remember his name. It'll pop into my head in a minute, but you guys know who I'm talking about, right? Anyways, there's a bunch of stories in there of kids disappearing, or people disappearing for that matter, but a lot of them are kids. They'll disappear, like whoosh, vanish off the trail, out hiking or something. They'll vanish, just gone. They can't find them, and then they'll find them like several miles away, or the one kid that disappeared and was gone for a few days and then showed up and said this big hairy man like took care of him out in the woods. What? Show me on the doll where he touched you. But yeah, what's a big hairy man doing in the woods, taking care of this little kid and bringing him back to, big hairy bear man. Weird.
what was that on South Park? What did they call it? A bear? I don't remember. A something bear something.
Pig bear, something like that.
Yeah, pig bear, not the Mexican staring frog, but the.
Yep.
Man bear pig. Yeah, man bear pig. That's why I love y'all.
Yeah, I've tried. There's a place down the road. Well, it's quite a ways down the road. There is a place right down the road that has a sign out fresh eggs, but I've never bought any from them. And there's several that I go to, but they're always out of eggs. I had a friend that I was buying eggs from. He was like, "How many do you need?" I'm like, "How many can you give me?" "Well, however many you need." I'm like, "Well, I'll take 60 every 2 weeks." "Oh, can't probably do that many." "Okay, I'll take a dozen and a half every week." And that lasted about 3 weeks, and then they ran out of eggs. And yeah.
Well, I have one last one. We don't have to do the whole thing. I just wanted to bring it up because it's been all over the internet. The
Yep.
UK night sky spotting the viral. We're familiar with space launches and everything, just like I suspected. They're saying it's vapor. When I first saw it, I thought it looked like vapor, but I had to at least confirm if there was a launch over there or not. An explanation has been given after people across Britain reported a strange glowing spiral orb in the night sky. And no, it's not CERN, and it's not a portal, and it's not Project Bluebeam, but it was rocket. It was released. It was caused by the rocket release leftover fuel. It launched around 1:50 p.m. local time in Florida on a classified government mission that has not been disclosed. And then Monday morning evening photographs and clips were shared online which showed the objects spinning in the sky, and people went crazy about it and went through everything everybody said it was. But no, nothing exciting, just SpaceX.
Or so they say.
Or so they say. But they always look like that. Like,
Yeah,
whenever we see that pattern, there always happens to be a launch, like, right in the area. And, like, people see it with their own eyes. Like, haven't you seen it?
yeah.
Like, after a launch, yeah. And if Debbie's still here, I think she's seen it. I don't know if she's still here. Pretty sure she said she's seen it.
I got one quick video here. Man, time flies.
Oh, good.
This week's crystal of the week, anorthosite. What is anorthosite? Anorthosite is an igneous calcium plagioclase feldspar material that crystallizes in mass formations. That's a mouthful. Some minerals can also be found as trace amounts in the chemical composition known as magnetite, olivine, ilmenite, clinopyroxene, and amphibole. The color is usually dark blue, gray, or black, but it can also be seen with a lot of iridescent flash caused by inclusions of labradorite. Anorthosite can be found in any area with a historic of tectonic activity, as this mineral is brought to the surface through geological changes of the planet. Some notable localities include the Saguenay Mass in eastern Canada, which contains around 60,000 square miles of anorthosite under the surface. Notable localities also include Norway, Ukraine, South Africa, and the Appalachian Mountains in the eastern United States. This mineral is created within the Earth's crust during a process called magmatic differentiation, which is the separation of a variety of minerals during the cooling process of magma. As this magma cools, minerals begin to separate and concentrate by their density, which can lead to large areas of crystals with similar chemical compositions forming together. This is the process that created anorthosite around 1 to 2.5 billion years ago. Anorthosite is a geological indication of age and activity within a planet or celestial rock. This mineral has been found on our lunar surface and actually makes up around 80% of the lunar highlands. When geologists study these specimens brought back by the Apollo program in 1969 to 1972, they are able to learn about the moon's history, formation, cosmic impaction, and creation. Since the heavy scientific concentration of Mars and its geological presence, 8 sites in the Martian southern highlands have been found to contain anorthosite, suggesting heavy magmatic processes occurred at some point on ancient Mars. Some of the meaning and the energy behind anorthosite. It's a powerful grounding and transformation tool that engages ancient earthen energies to enhance your spiritual potential. This creation of this mineral took place miles below the current surface of our planet and gradually pushed its way to our present terrain. This is an embodiment of strength and fortitude one should be channeling within your own life through any difficulties you may be facing. It's with patience and persistence you are capable of powering mass uncomfortable periods, as this temporary time will only increase your focus and determination. Through difficult times, strong mindsets are forged and prosperity of your soul will follow. Use this stone as a talisman and reminder to achieve the life path you care about and remove limitations that hinder your well-being. It's thought this transformative time that your goals can be manifested to physicality and your dreams of your future can be processed. Without a doubt, there is only room for growth and positivity. So there you go. A little about this week's Crystal of the Week, anorthosite. And on the scale of soft and hard between a 0 and a 10, it comes in at about a 6 to 6.5. So there you go. There you have it. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with another one soon.
Awesome.
Bada boom.
I always say talisman. How do you say it? Talisman?
Talisman, yeah.
I always say talisman. Because I didn't know how to say it. That's what happens when you're like a self-taught person and you just, read things.
Yeah.
It's like you know what stuff is, you just sometimes don't know how to pronounce it.
Well, groovy. Starting to figure out this program here. I guess we're going to use Restream. Still using the free version. I think I'm gonna buy it eventually here, and yeah.
Does that still take you to the Ukraine thing, or does it actually?
This actually, let's try it out real quick here. This actually takes you to the Weird Wednesday Patreon page.
Oh, it says up here someone scammed the code. Oh, I have to do it with my phone, huh?
Yeah. So cool. Yeah, I guess we'll probably try this one. We're officially done with the other one. I can't even remember. StreamYard. They offered me a deal. You know, of course.
Oh, it did. It took me to the Patreon.
Ah, cool. Yeah, they offered me a deal. Like, you know, when you go to, I don't like that it puts the QR code right over your picture. That's not cool. But yeah, they offered me, you know, when I said no, I'm canceling my account, then they were like, oh, we'll give you a deal if you stay with us. But it was still more than what I was paying, and it's more than this. And you know, thanks, but no thanks. We're gonna move on. So I mean, this is working okay now that I'm starting to figure it out. And
I'm gonna have to add some card pulls to that too.
Yeah, it even comes with
some astrology readings for people.
Comes with its own music background and everything. Because apparently we get flagged on Facebook now for every show because there's something in the intro. Yeah, that somebody with a name that I can't pronounce claims that, you know, 4 seconds of it is theirs.
It's like 2 point something to 3 seconds or some crap like that.
Yeah. Even though the music came off of a, you know, YouTube and a royalty-free site.
Fair use under a public platform.
I was using Epidemic Music, which, you know, that's another $100 and something a year just to use their music. And then when you use it, you still get flagged for copyright. It's like
whose music?
Epidemic, was it Epic something? What the hell is it?
Where you like pay and you get like the royalty or the
yeah, epidemicsound.com.
That's what I thought, because I thought, dude, you own these sounds. Like a lot of these, like you typically own them, and that's why when I reviewed the things, they say, "Oh, don't restore unless you actually think that you have the rights." I'm like, he's got the rights because he's not going to put something on there. Well, that's what I think to myself, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put something on there that's not. Plus, I know you bought stuff, so I tell it to restore it. One of them was so dumb. I'm like, let them keep their 30 pennies or whatever the hell it is they want for the 2 seconds.
Yeah. I may go back to using it. I don't know. I use it for my YouTube videos and stuff as well. You know, if you put music to anything, it's got to be, you know, copyright free. It's $10 a month or $120 for the year. You get whopping. You don't really get any discount if you buy it for the year. I had paid for it for the year. I didn't realize I could do it by the month. But it says publish anywhere online, monetize one channel per platform, unlimited downloads, access to Epidemic Sound mobile app. Start your free trial. Request a quote. Business is $16.99 a month, or $203.88 for the year. Nothing's free anymore. Chill hop. Well, anyways, that's gonna wrap us up for a lovely Wednesday evening. Yeah.
I gotta do my lovely after 11 o'clock meds to the cats now. I have to try to get him to eat that liver pill. The past 2 nights, I've had to just cram it into his mouth.
Ah,
He licks all around the other food and all the I like pack it with treats, all this. I hide it. First time it worked. Second time, like, he ate it up with it. Now he eats around and you hear it like spit out into the bowl. Damn it. And the
Yeah.
more he's like doing it, the more, it's getting a little smaller. Because the coating was coming out. So I just opened his mouth and tilted his head back and dropped it.
yeah.
I hate doing it like that, but it's like, dude, you got, shit, you have to eat this. I wish it was drops.
Yeah. Well, it's better than me when right before the show, cooked some chicken breast and I ate a bowl of chicken real quick. My first bite, I swallowed it and it got stuck in my throat. And I was like,
No, Rob.
ran out in the yard and puked.
Committing Harry Carey right before. I almost threw up my egg sandwich because, we're talking about that egg and it was okay. It was on like a muffin. And then my mom's cat jumps down and he must have just taken a crap or something. Well, he gets on the arm of the chair and just the way the wind blew, I smelled his butt air smell. I smelled his ass. And I'm sitting there trying not to, and I could feel it coming up. I'm like, please don't throw up. Please don't throw up. I'm not talking. She's like, what's wrong? I'm like, don't want this egg to come up. And then I'm trying to tell her Harley's ass smell air. And, oh, God. Love these guys.
Well, cool. Another one down.
Nighty night. Yeah, cats are smart.
Thanks for hanging out with us as usual. Love you guys. And we'll see you next time on Weird Wednesday. Who knows what'll be happening. Good night. Sleep tight.